Okay. Did you guys understand the before business rules? Okay, guys, I have a concern here. So somehow you did fill the wrong data. You did fill the wrong data. And then you submitted it. Can you stop the record processing into this database? Can you stop the record processing into this database? Yes, we can stop the record processing into this database using this before business rule. You can stop the database insertion or update into this database. See, after form submission, here using this before business rule, you can stop the data processing here itself. You can stop the data storage in this database. After form submission in this before business rule, let us say if there are some values are missing, if there is an incorrect data, you can stop the record data processing here itself. Okay, so you can stop the data processing here itself. You don't have to allow them to store the data into database. Okay, guys, tell me. Here in our demo incident record, hmm, uh, I don't want to make the field mandatory on the form. I want to check whether the field values are filled in or not using before business rules. So in the before business rules, what I want to do is I want to check whether caller field, affected caller field, and service offering fields and service fields are filled in or not. So if these field values are not filled in, I want to stop the database processing, data processing into database. So then what I will do, I will actually create another business rule. Check mandatory fields. Okay. So before creation, only on create it should work. Affected caller is empty or service offering is empty. If any of these two fields are empty, so I want to stop the data processing. So here using these actions also you can stop the data processing using about action. So here you can mention message as well. Okay. I have created another before business rule. So what it will does, okay. So here there are two before business rules. Both will run. Both will run. But one business rule will actually stop the data processing because we did not fill this service offering and affected caller, right? So now it will actually stop the data processing. See, what is it telling? Invalid insert. Record is not created. invalid insert record is not created. Service offering affected caller are mandatory to process the data into database. So before business rule has stopped the data processing there itself. It did not allow, the before business rule did not allow the data go to the database. Okay. Fine. Now suppose I am just filling in these two values, affected caller and service offering. Unfortunately, there are no applications. We'll create one. If there is no path, create one. Okay. Now it will allow me to submit the record into the database. It has allowed me to submit the data into database, right? So now how the before business rules are working, right? Did you guys understand or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So before business rules will run before the data gets stored into the database. Okay. So here we have aborted the action using abort action checkbox here, right? Okay. So without using these actions, you can also stop the data processing using scripting as well. So how do you abort the action using without scripting? Current dot set abort action true. So using scripting, you are actually aborting the action. Before that, you want to show some message, right? GS dot add info message. Okay. So using this line of script also, you can abort the action. Okay. So now we understand before business rules will run after the form submission, before the database. Okay. Fine. We can also stop the database processing using this before business rules is also we have discussed. Always remember the record that we are actually working on, the record that you are actually working on that record only we are updating these values, right? See, 1346 on the same record only we are updating the record, right? Always remember before business rules should be used only to update the same record or to stop the data processing into database. So remember one thing, before business rules should be used to update the record that you are actually working on. That is one thing. Before business rules are used to stop the data processing into database. These are the two major reasons we should be using before business rules.